All right, so we're diving deep today into something a lot of you have been asking about, uh, confidence when it comes to trading.
Yeah, it's a big one.
And, you sent over these excerpts from RJ. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that.
No, me neither.
But it seems like it's saying, confidence in trading isn't just some, mystical thing.
Right, not just luck.
Yeah, you don't just wake up one morning and bam, you've got it.
Exactly.
It says it actually comes from like these very specific things you can build on.
I'm really curious to break this down with you. Yeah.
Me too. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
The first thing it mentions is knowledge. And I mean, yeah, of course you got to know what you're doing, right?
Right, sounds obvious.
But it's not saying what knowledge, like how deep does this rabbit hole go?
Well, it's not just about knowing company names or, what a stock ticker is. It's like understanding how the whole market system actually works.
Okay, so like the bigger picture?
Yeah, like you need to know how to analyze a company, like really look at their financials and see if they're healthy. Or maybe you're into chart patterns and using those indicators, technical analysis.
Right.
And don't forget about risk management. That's huge. Knowing how to use stop loss orders, calculating position sizes, all that stuff. If you don't get the basics down, you can make some pretty bad trades.
Yeah, like that time I bought that, what was it, that gaming stock?
Oh, yeah, you told me about that one.
Just because I like the games. Not my best moment.
It happens to the best of us.
So you need the right tools, right?
Absolutely. Trading's like building a house.
Yeah.
You wouldn't show up with just a hammer.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And the next thing this source talks about is experience, which makes me think about all those listeners out there who are maybe just starting out.
Right. Or even if you've been trading for a while, but you're still struggling.
Exactly. It's not just about how long you've been in the game, right?
Nope. It's the quality of that time. Like imagine two traders, they've both been trading for 5 years. One of them just follows all the hot tips, jumps into trades without thinking.
Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
We all do. The other trader, though, they track everything, analyze their wins and their losses, and learn from their mistakes.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Who do you think ends up with a better understanding of the markets and ultimately more confidence?
The one who's putting in the work,
Right.
for sure. But I think sometimes even with experience, you can get thrown off.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like you might be winning a lot, but then one bad loss comes along and boom, you start doubting everything.
That's happened to me.
That's where resilience comes in. Can you adjust your strategy when the market changes? Can you control those emotions and not make impulsive decisions based on fear or greed?
That's a tough though, right?
It is, but that kind of experience is what builds real confidence.
Okay, so this last point the source makes, this is really interesting. It's about trusting your strategy.
That's huge.
Why is trust so important for confidence? I mean, isn't the market always changing?
Well, let's say you're in a trade and suddenly the market goes the opposite way you thought it would. You start getting nervous, right?
Oh yeah, my palms are already sweating.
Do you pull out of the trade? Do you hold on and hope things turn around?
I'd probably panic.
That's when having a solid strategy you really believe in makes all the difference. It's like an anchor that keeps you steady.
So it keeps you from making emotional decisions.
Exactly. Let me give you an example. Let's say your strategy is swing trading. You focus on stocks that have good momentum and positive earnings surprises. You've tested it out. You know when to get in and out of trades, and you know how much risk you're willing to take.
Sounds pretty solid.
Right. So when the market inevitably throws you a curveball, you don't freak out. You trust your strategy. You know that if you stick to it over time, it's probably going to pay off.
It's like having a roadmap you can rely on, even when there's a detour or two.
Exactly. And the great thing is, all these elements work together, right?
Yeah, they all kind of connect.
You can't have a good strategy without knowledge. And you can't really trust a strategy if you haven't tested it out in the real world.
So the more you know, the better your strategy gets. And the
Right.
more experience you have, the more you trust your strategy.
Exactly. It's a cycle that keeps building on itself.
So for everyone listening out there, as you're navigating the markets, think about these three things: knowledge, experience, and trust in your strategy. Where are you strongest? And what can you work on?
Good question.
Because when you improve in one area, it's going to help you in all the others.
Yeah.
And ultimately, that's what's going to give you real confidence in your trading.
And who knows, maybe even some profits along the way.
All right, everyone, that's our deep dive for today. We'll catch you next time.
See you later.